Hey guys, it's Gabby. Welcome back. I promise I will do something more than a tag video soon. I've just finished reading a few books and I plan on doing some review videos on those, but I just cannot get myself out of this book tag mood. So I am here with another book tag, and that is the New York by the Book tag. This was originally created by Marie Berg, and I will post the link to her original video down below. I wasn't tagged by anyone to do this tag, but that has never stopped me before. Question number 1. What book is on your nightstand now? I am currently reading The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater right now, so this is what is currently on my nightstand when it is not in my book bag with me during the day. Question number 2. What was the last truly great book that you read? For this, I'm going with Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. To me, this was a spin-off of kind of Harry Potter, but she did such a great job in creating new characters with their own uniqueness and twisting the plot, and it's just, this book is so good, so good. I love it. Question number 3. If you could meet any writer, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you want to know? I think I would want to meet C.S. Lewis, who is the author of the Chronicles of Narnia, just because those are one of my favorite book series, and I talk about this book series a lot, but it would be amazing just to kind of sit down and talk with him and ask him what his thought process was. Such a great story, and I would love to sit down with him and talk more about it. Question number 4. What books might we be surprised to find on your shelves? I have a good variety of books on my shelves. Most of them is YA, but I do have some contemporary. I've got adult contemporary books. I also have a lot of romance books, a lot of Nora Roberts. But if you've seen a few of my videos, especially during kind of like the month of Halloween, I am such a big weenie. I get scared so easily. I tried reading a Stephen King book one time, got maybe like 20 pages in and had nightmares for like 3 years. So scary is not my thing. Even when I was younger, like Harry Potter scared me if I read it at night when I was younger. And you know that Harry Potter is my favorite series, so I'm just not good with anything scary, creepy, horror. So it is surprising that I have Goosebumps on my bookshelf. I honestly don't know if I've read these. I've watched a few of the Goosebumps movies, like The Haunted Mask. I kid you not, I had nightmares for months. So it's a little surprising that I have these on my bookshelves. Question number 5. How do you organize your personal library? I tend to organize my library by books I love, and I start with series and then I move to standalones. So I'll go with my favorite series and then I'll kind of organize them, like my top shelf, my middle shelf, and then kind of like my top middle, I start with my favorite standalones, and then I'll go hardback and then paperback, and then at the very bottom of my shelf are kind of my random books that I didn't like Goosebumps. These are on my bottom shelves. Question 6. What book have you always meant to read and haven't gotten around to yet? Anything you feel embarrassed never to have read? For this question, I'm gonna go with Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I have always been meaning to read this book. I've watched the movie. I don't know if the movie does any justice to the book. Let me know down below if you've read the book and watched the movie. But I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I thought it was kind of weird and quirky. It's really a book that I want to read, but for some reason I haven't come around to it. As for the books that I am embarrassed that I haven't read yet, usually I don't get embarrassed if I haven't read a book, but as I was skimming my bookshelf, I saw that I still haven't read more than like 5 pages in the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. I need to read that series. I just haven't gotten a chance to read it. Those books are a bit intimidating. I have them in mass paperback, so I am just really dreading the really small font. It's gonna happen. I bought them. I plan on reading them. It's gonna happen. Question 7. A disappointing, overrated, just not good. What book did you feel you were supposed to like but didn't? Do you remember the last book you put down without finishing? For this, I am going with Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I am disappointed that I didn't really like this book because I absolutely loved her Vampire Academy series. I only got a few chapters in. I couldn't really get into the characters. The story just didn't really grab my attention. I ended up putting it down, and this is within the last couple months. Question 8. What kinds of story are you drawn to? Any you stay clear of? I am typically drawn to science fiction and fantasy, whether it's adult or it's young adult. I really like those two genres. I'm usually not really drawn towards nonfiction, but it's not a genre that I won't read. I do have some nonfiction books, and there are some nonfiction books that I really do enjoy. But the two main areas that I really stay away from, number one is horror, as I said, and the second one is any book that has to deal with medical illnesses, diseases, or anything like that. For my job, I deal with a lot of sick people every day. When I come home, I like to escape and read something happy. Question 9. If you could require the president to read one book, what would it be? I would require him to read 3 books, and those would be the Lord of the Ring trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien. I love this series. It's got politics in the book. It's got good versus evil. It's just an overall great series. And question 10. What do you plan on reading next? I plan on continuing with the Raven Cycle Quartet by Maggie Stiefvater and read Blue Lily Lily Blue, which is the 3rd book of the series. Alright guys, well that is it for the New York Times by the book tag. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time with another video. Bye!